Okay. Jerry's going to show us a few plants in the I section of the Tree of Life. What's this one, Jerry?
Well, this is salsify. You know, all of these are weeds. Some are useful weeds and some are useful weeds that we haven't discovered the use yet.
That's a famous quote, isn't it?
All plants are really so important. This is a neighborhood we're looking at right now. So in this neighborhood of plants, we see a community. We have lactuca, which is wild lettuce, which has a milky substance, which we'll see coming out here, which is related to opium. This is a pain reliever, and at this time we don't see the sap coming up. Right next door is a wild mustard.
Well, let me slow you down on that pain reliever. Would that be for the nervous system?
Yes.
Is right next door to the next.
Certainly.
Sephiroth is the nervous system. Maybe we should keep a little bit of it.
Well, it will come. Whether you keep it or not, it'll find its way here because it's such a valuable medicine is the opium family.
Yes.
And it is related to opium.
Exactly. And then this one again, I would maybe interrupted your train of thought there.
You can taste the leaf and figure out what it is, but this is related to, this is a wild mustard.
Mm-hmm.
There are better mustards around than this, but it's certainly a potent, powerful mustard.
Excellent.
And yeah, go ahead.
Okay, let's we're gonna hit some of the other ones that you showed us. This one is the dried flowers are here, and it was
Go down deeper, and then you can actually see Melissa here. This is lemon balm.
lemon balm.
And so this is really very appropriate for this area of the garden, and this is a calmative, works particularly well with children, and very pleasant taste, of course, very pleasant odor as well.
A gardener might want to chew on it while they're gardening to keep their mouth wet.
Well, keep the mouth wet and to stay calm, to move us in this parasympathetic state.
How about this geranium?
Why don't you have one?
I will.
This is related to geranium. This is a wild geranium of sorts. Geranium usually has its leaves have 5 clusters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here it's harder to tell, less distinct than a lot of the geraniums, but yes, it is related.
And should we keep it a little bit out? That was one I think you said go ahead and pull it out, right?
We could pull it out. In fact, we could pull all of this out. I would transplant. I would save this, and we should be growing acres of it because it's such a valuable plant.
All right.
But
Can you re-explain how we should clean these plants? You said dig them out.
Yeah, dig them out with a fork. I'd say take them out with a fork, and that will save the roots. Then we can remove the grasses from the roots and put it right back in fertile soil.
All right.
Right. And in a space like this, should we consolidate them? Maybe we could pull all those out and consolidate them into a patch of it, possibly?
I think it's a great thing to do in this area. Grow a large cluster.
So we'll gather those lemon balms together.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly.
Over here, Jerry, okay, this is a weed that we just got talking about. And
It's all weeds.
this was
This is
vetch.
It
You think?
looks like a legume. It's very characteristic of the legume family, and legumes are valuable in fixing nitrogen, returning nitrogen into the soil.
Right on.
So it's one of the largest classes, if not the largest class or families of plants in the world, is the legumes, just because we need them, just the earth needs them to return nitrogen.
Yes.
And this is a vetch, and you'll see the purple flowers coming in about 3 weeks or so. But the bees love this. If we left it, it would be because of the bees and because of its nitrogen fixing abilities.
Okay.
And
We don't always have to have a whole cluster just for human beings.
Say it again.
I mean, if we're just gardening for our purposes rather than for the bee or for the...
we can remove this. We can remove this one.
Okay, then we came into some fennel here, right?
And yeah, fennel, this is going to grow really tall. You can see right here last year's umbel.
Yeah.
This is a umbelliferae,
Look at this, Paul, too.
which means that its seeds will cluster, its flowers will cluster in an umbrella-like fashion. And then moving right down here, you see the soft, furry
And I can even smell it from here. It's so fragrant.
It's so fragrant.
And it's so sweet. You gotta have that.
It is sweet.
Oh
Doesn't
my
it taste
gosh.
like licorice and it's
Oh,
beautiful?
it's and it's sweet though. It has
Here's
a nice
one, Jerry.
sweetness
This
to
looks
it.
like a sage almost to me.
Yeah.
I could be wrong. What is this one?
Or a
You know
lavender.
what?
Let's see.
It could be a sage, but you know, I believe this to be Centolina.
Centolina.
Centolina is a perennial, and it stays green in the wintertime.
Okay.
Yes.
All right?
Yeah.
And it should really have an odor if it's a Centolina. Let's just see what we smell here. Yes, if you really crush it, you can smell the sage-like smells, sage-like odor of Centolina.
And right next door. So should we keep it? That's the only one I see represented here. Should we maybe keep that one?
I would say let's keep it.
All right.
All right.
And again, you can pull it out with a fork and
All
then
right.
plant it
Plant
right
it.
back.
Great. How about this? How about this guy here?
This is the
Yeah.
flower pattern of evening primrose.
Oh.
Evening primrose is a weed in this garden. We will have a lot of it. But,
Oh. Pull it out then.
we can pull it out.
You got
But
it.
just of note, it is well placed here. It is strong with gamma linoleic acid, and that is a brain transmitter.
Yes. Yes.
Right.
Yes. Right.
Yeah.
Sure.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So but are you saying that it would be appropriate to leave it? Are you contradicting
It will come
yourself?
up anyway. You know, this. You know, it is so well suited in this area. If you try to get rid of it, it'll still come back.
Okay.
But
Well,
this is evening primrose, and it's a beautiful yellow flower that
it
opens
is.
up at night.
we
Yeah,
don't have too
nighttime.
many here. Maybe we should leave it for a season and
Whatever you decide. Whatever you decide. It will
Okay.
come back. I promise.
How about this guy, Jerry? This is a big bushy. See if I can. Just see what this is. It's
This is that not asparagus? No.
No, it is not asparagus, but it's probably an artemisia, is my guess. At this stage, it's hard to know, but I
Yes.
think it is an artemisia. I can't tell. My fingers smell so much like fennel and all these wonderful plants
you
we
need to cleanse your
sampled.
palate.
Yeah. So then let's look deeper down here. I don't see anything coming up here either, so it's a wait and see.
All right.
Okay, well
It's a wait and see.
we can do that very easily. And then this guy, this looks like that what's that pattern?
This is an umbel, and it's
Umbel, right.
probably a wild carrot.
Ooh.
Is a guess, but we'll see what comes up here.
leave these just for grins and
no,
let's see what-
I think that you can pull them out and,
Oh.
and then
Carrot.
and transplant the root right back.
Oh,
Okay.
okay, cleanse them and
Yeah.
transplant the root back,
Yeah.
but leave them in the space in a refreshing
And-
state.
Yeah.
Yeah,
just
well-
there's all this grass that just.
Yeah, there's so
grew up.
much grass. It would be nice to get rid of it. Here
Yeah.
again, you have the vetch,
Right.
and the grasses are very, very powerful and important. You know, in
Yeah.
terms of holding back,
Yes.
Right. Right.
keeping the soil
Oh,
together,
sure.
nourishing the soil.
Yeah.
And holding back erosion. But here, we don't need to hold back erosion.
Right. You know, let's visit the end of the garden. Maybe I don't want to tie up too long here, but
Yeah.
let's visit the end of the garden here and look at that big
This
patch.
is great. This is fun. This is
Yeah.
Plant identification.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Blackberry, geranium.
Yeah. So we're digging up all the blackberry.
Hey, can I get back to you in about 5 minutes?
Yes.
Okay, thanks.
Sorry, Jerry.
No, it's okay.
So we came back over to this side of the garden. You pointed out the pear tree.
Oh, plum. Wild plum.
No, I thought that's a wild plum.
Plum.
Why did I thought I heard pear, but I must be hearing what I want to hear. And you're a
my.
popular guy.
Goodness, this is amazing. Yeah, I'll call you back in a few moments.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Sorry, Jerry.
No.
And we're almost done here. Let's just close the deal with this. This was you explained what this one was.
This
It's a
is
big patch of.
This is a hypericum. Now, it's an ornamental hypericum, and it's related to the St. John's wort, which is more of the medicinal hypericum, and will produce nice flowers. It's a great ground cover. But I think we can get rid of most of it,
All right.
and let's replace it with the real stuff. because
Right on.
again, it belongs in this area. It's a nervine, it's a calmative.
If it's medicinal.
It is a medicinal. Now this
This one you said is
this
more
is an
ornamental.
ornamental.
Is that the lemon balm there, Gerry? Right in here?
Something's trying to come through. It could be blackberry.
Yeah.
Oh, blackberry.
So, at
Yeah.
this stage, they all look so similar, but if you feel it,
Yeah. Yeah, that's a
it pokes
blackberry.
like a blackberry. Yeah.
Okay.
And these are the flower stems from the Hypericum.
No,
this is
actually,
something else.
this looks like an Artemisia. This looks like this over here. Now, I don't know if it is, but
Oh.
this is an Artemisia japonica.
Should we leave a little bit of that, Jerry?
No, I don't think so. I don't think so. I think-
Okay. And
but if you burn these, and it gives off a very fragrant odor, I think it will tell us whether it is
Artemisia.
the Artemisia japonica,
Okay.
and then
which is the Japanese mugwort.
this one is this
Japanese mugwort.
I don't have a lighter on me.
I don't either.
I wouldn't say that either. That looks like a perennial stem of. I can't tell you.
Okay.
I can't tell you. So,
And we talked about this tree a little bit. Then we'll let you go, Jerry.
no, this is great. This is in the poplar family.
Right.
And
it
and
provides
it
shade.
is a poplar. It does provide shade, and where it grows, it tells you it's very moist, because this is a water lover. This is a water lover. Right next to the Oregon grape. It's Oregon grape on the left,
Mm-hmm.
and the poplar on the right.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And looking at it growing pretty tall and straight, it could be a column poplar, which means it's going to grow about 4 feet a year.
Wow.
And in the future, we might want to remove it, but right now it's going to provide beautiful shade.
We're gonna leave it.
Yeah,
And this looks like a teasel, if I'm not mistaken. This is a weed.
it's all a weed. These are all
This
weeds.
is the one that I think it was
everything
over
in this
there.
garden is a weed.
This is the one that we just saw over there. It's a teasel.
Could be, yeah, could be, yeah.
They have this back in
They
Wisconsin.
certainly do.
Sorry.
So this is teasel, and it's an ornamental. It works beautifully in dried flower arrangements. But there is a medicinal value to it too. And I
Oh.
think it has to do with HIV, some of the autoimmune diseases. It's
Well, that's what this garden. That the immune system is one of the sephiroths that borders this section 9 that we're standing by. So, but there's a lot of it in the whole garden space.
Yes, I
I'm
see a whole
wondering if we
bunch in
should
there.
keep it.
There is so much of it.
Yeah,
Should we-
it's
but-
everywhere.
I think
But
we
since it-
should remove it.
Gotcha.
That's what we should do, because it's going to grow everywhere around here.
Right.
It is
Yeah.
a common weed.
And
in
we'll
this
focus
area.
on plants from Ed's plant list when we reseed this or
Good.
restock this
And you can
area.
go
This is I don't
online
believe
and-
teasel is on there.
I don't think it is either.
You're saying they could go online and
And Google herbs in the immune system and
Yeah.
immune enhancers.
so we could add to the list. Is I think what you're
so
hinting
we can-
at.
The list is abbreviated. There
Okay,
are
just-
so many plants that
Yeah.
will fit nicely in this category.
But do you want native, like just native to Oregon, or you don't want things like from Africa, do you?
I think we do. I think we do want
Diversity.
things from Africa.
Okay.
Diversity. Here this is a demonstration garden.
Here's
Okay,
another one, Jerry.
come on.
Illustrated
Let's-
I
we'll
mean,
make the-
Indians like have all the ashwagandas and
Yeah.
We'll make this the last one,
Great
Jerry.
place
We'll
for
Well,
ashwagandha.
let
it
you
grows
go.
great.
A couple patches
I
of
grew it
this.
once.
This looks like a marsh.
Yes, mallow, marigold.
It looks like a marsh or meadow.
Oh. Mm.
I can't tell you. I can't tell you
It'll
what it
come-
is.
There's a little bit
Yeah.
of it here, so maybe should we consider saving that just till we positively ID it?
Sure, that's a great idea.
Okay.
That's a really good idea.
Well, Jerry, thanks for stopping by. I think we
Well,
got
look
a.
here, we have hops that should be coming up really soon, right in this
right.
area.
Oh,
This is from the hops,
Okay.
and this is a very appropriate area. It would be really nice to replace this and have something really ornamental in this area
I see.
in terms of supporting the hops.
oh,
But we'll start to see that coming up very,
That's gonna
very
be fun.
shortly.
That's
We're
gonna be fun.
expecting to see you soon.
Nice.
All right.
Okay, man. We'll
One
wrap
more.
it up. Oh, one more.
Rosemary, right here. Just
Finish your
appropriate.
thought.
Rosemary.
Rosemary.
Very good for the head. Very good for the hair. Very good for sinuses and clarity.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, Thank you, sir. And I'm sure this
No,
is the
thank
last
you
of
so
our.
much.
It's not the last of our questions, but it was. You've got us on the right footing now, so we can continue working on our space, man. Thanks a lot, Gerry.